Have you ever had one of those days where time just seems to fly by? Or maybe a moment that felt like it stretched on forever? We all experience time, but what if I told you that our entire understanding of it might be wrong? What if time, as we know it, is just an illusion? This isn't just a philosophical question, it's a puzzle that has some of the greatest minds in science scratching their heads. So, buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into one of the most mind-bending mysteries of the universe. Let's start with what we think we know. Our everyday experience of time is pretty straightforward. It's a river, flowing in one direction from the past, through the present, and into the future. This is what physicists call the arrow of time. It's why we remember yesterday but not tomorrow. Why eggs break but don't unbreak. This seems like common sense, right? This intuitive picture is deeply embedded in our language, our thoughts, and our entire way of life. We make plans. We set alarms. We celebrate anniversaries. Our world is built on the assumption that time is real and moves forward. But here's where things get weird. When we look at the most fundamental laws of physics, the ones that govern everything from the tiniest particles to the largest galaxies, that familiar arrow of time completely disappears. Whether it's Newton's laws of motion, Einstein's relativity, or the equations of quantum mechanics, they all work just as well forwards as they do backwards. From a purely physical standpoint, a movie of an egg reassembling itself and jumping back onto the counter is just as valid as the movie of it smashing. The laws of physics don't have a preferred direction for time. So, if the fundamental rules of the universe are time-symmetric, where does our one-way street of time come from? This brings us to a concept called entropy. You might have heard of it as a measure of disorder or randomness. The second law of thermodynamics states that the total entropy of an isolated system can only increase over time. Think about a neat and tidy room. It takes effort to keep it that way, but if you just leave it, it naturally becomes more messy and disorganized. An ice cube in a glass of water will melt. Spreading its molecules out, it won't spontaneously refreeze from the water. The universe as a whole seems to follow this rule. It started in a highly ordered, low entropy state at the Big Bang and has been getting more disordered ever since. Many physicists believe that this relentless increase in entropy is what gives time its direction. Our perception of time's flow is simply our observation of the universe moving from order to disorder. So, is time just a byproduct of thermodynamics? But wait, it gets even more complicated when we bring in Einstein. His theory of relativity completely revolutionized our understanding of space and time. He showed that they are not separate things, but are woven together into a single, four-dimensional fabric called spacetime. And here's the kicker. According to relativity, time is relative. The rate at which time passes for you depends on how fast you're moving and the strength of the gravity you're re-experiencing. This has been proven experimentally. Clocks on GPS satellites, which are moving very fast and are in weaker gravity, actually tick slightly faster than clocks on Earth. Astronauts on the International Space Station age a tiny fraction of a second slower than we do. This leads to a fascinating and perplexing idea called the block universe. If time is just another dimension like space, then perhaps the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Imagine a loaf of bread. Every slice of that loaf exists at once, even though you might only be looking at one slice at a time. In the black universe theory, all of moments of time your birth, you watching this video right now, and every moment yet to come are all equally real, existing as part of this four-dimensional block of space. Our feeling of moving through time is just our consciousness illuminating one slice of this block after another. In this view, the future is already written, and the past is never truly gone. Time's flow is an illusion created by our limited perception. As you can imagine, this idea is deeply unsettling for many. It seems to rob us of free will. If the future already exists, are our choices just an illusion too? Many physicists and philosophers are not comfortable with the block universe. They argue that our experience of the present moment as uniquely real, the now, is a fundamental aspect of reality that these theories fail to explain. And then there's the world of quantum mechanics, the physics of the very small, which adds yet another layer of strangeness. At the quantum level, things don't happen in a definite, linear way. Particles can exist in multiple states at once until they are measured. This measurement process, often called the collapse of the wave function, is where things get really interesting for time. It seems to be an irreversible process, one that introduces a clear before and after. Could the arrow of time be emerging from these quantum processes? Some physicists are exploring even more radical ideas. Theories like loop quantum gravity suggest that spacetime itself isn't smooth and continuous, but is made up of tiny, discrete atoms of space and time. At this fundamental level, the Planck scale, the very concept of time might break down entirely. There might be no before or after, just a network of interacting quantum events. In this picture, time isn't fundamental at all. It's an emergent property, something that appears at larger scales, much like the wetness of water emerges from the behavior of individual H2O molecules, which aren't themselves wet. So, where does this leave us? The truth is, scientists are deeply divided. On one side, you have those who believe time is an emergent illusion, a product of entropy or our own consciousness moving through a static block universe. On the other side, you have those who argue that the flow of time and the special status of the present are real, fundamental aspects of the cosmos that our current theories just haven't captured yet. The Italian physicist Carlo Rovelli, a leading proponent of the time is not real camp, argues that our perception of time arises from our limited, macroscopic perspective. We're like someone looking at a Monet. Painting up close all, we see our disconnected splotches of paint. It's only when we step back that the coherent image, the flow of time, appears. Others, like physicists Lee Smolin, argue for the reality of time. They believe that the universe is genuinely evolving moment by moment, and that the future is truly open and unwritten. For them, the laws of physics themselves might even evolve over time. This debate is at the very heart of modern physics, finding a theory of everything that successfully unifies. Einstein's relativity with quantum mechanics will likely require a revolutionary new understanding of what time truly is. So, is time an illusion? The final answer is still out there, waiting to be discovered. It's a profound question that touches on physics, philosophy, and our very sense of self. What we do know is that our simple, intuitive notion of a universal clock ticking away is almost certainly wrong. The reality is far more strange, complex, and fascinating. Perhaps our consciousness plays a role we don't yet understand, or perhaps the answer lies in a level of reality we can't yet access. The quest to understand time is one of the greatest adventures in human thought. It forces us to question our most basic assumptions about the world. What do you think? Is time a fundamental river carrying us along? Or is it a persistent illusion created by our minds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this mind-bending topic. Thanks for joining me on this journey to the edge of physics. If you enjoyed this exploration and want more videos that make you question everything, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one.